This is the Randolph-Macon press conference at the 2024 NCAA Division III Baseball Championship Tournament after the Yellow Jackets played Wisconsin-Whitewater in game number 4 of the tournament. Coach, your opening comments about tonight's game.
Randolph-Macon baseball centers around fundamentals, pitching and defense. That's the standard. That's what we've built our program around. That's why we're here. That's what we did at Harrisburg in the regional. That's what we did against Adrian, and we didn't do that tonight. And disappointed that we weren't able to meet the standard tonight and play more fundamentally sound baseball. So it's my job now to gather, or rather rally the troops and make sure that we are in a better position tomorrow to have success and to meet the standard.
Before we take questions, we have head coach Ray Hedrick, players Matt Myers, Cole Stam, and Grayson Bush with us this evening. Now, questions.
So, Coach, you said it, obviously, fundamentals of baseball were not really shown by your guys in the field tonight. It was just a tough game right from the get-go, having to compete with the Whitewater offense. Is there anything you can take away from tonight's game, even those sort of a tough loss?
Yeah, when we threw strikes and got swings, they scored 2 runs on 4 hits. We had no walks and no errors from the 3rd inning on. We had 3 1-2-3 innings. You just got to get swings in this game. And I know they are a really good offense. And maybe when they're up 10-3, maybe they're not as focused offensively. I'd like to think that our pitchers executed and got swings. We started the game off 0-2 on a guy, and then we hit him. Then we walked the next guy. Oh, we got a strikeout. Then we walked a guy. And that was the theme for the first couple of innings. And of course the errors, right? Can't take away from those either. But from the 3rd inning on, we threw strikes, we got swings, and we limited their ability to do things offensively. They scored 2 runs from the 3rd inning through the 8th inning. And that's why we had success in Harrisburg, and that's why we had success in Ashland against equally competitive teams over the last 2 weeks. So that makes me feel good, because that is a really good offense, probably one of the best in the country, and to be able to execute from the 3rd inning on, that builds us up for tomorrow for sure. And if we can do the same thing against a desperate team, obviously tomorrow, then we should be able to have better success.
Like Cole, you were one of those pitchers that did execute better in those later innings, threw strikes, got swings, didn't walk a batter. What was working for you, especially in your game where you don't pitch as often as some of the other guys?
Just keeping the ball down, letting the defense work. I don't really go, my game isn't striking people out. It's letting them put the ball in play, fill up the zone, and don't walk people.
Coach, can you elaborate on Cole eating up some innings for you guys tonight, and frankly, the rest of the bullpen?
Right. Well, Cole, has not had the chance to throw over the last 2 weeks because he's a matchup guy. Our coaching staff, Tyler Dunn, Charlie Fletcher, in particular, do a really good job of putting scouting reports together. And Cole, Cole's a certain fit for certain lineups in certain ballparks. It's the perfect storm, right, for him. And he has pitched big innings over his career. He was our closer at one point over the past couple of years, and he's evolved into a different role this year. But we knew that he would be able to cut some significant outs in this tournament because of the ballpark, because of the way, the type of swings that he gets. And it was tremendous. I mean, he hasn't thrown, I don't believe he's thrown that many innings consecutively in an appearance yet this year. So I'd like to think that our ability to succeed tomorrow and possibly Sunday and beyond is because of a guy like Cole Stam, because of a guy like Gavin Tomlin, just eating up innings and allowing us to save some of those guys who have a few more appearances for tomorrow.
Matt, you had the early hit, the 3-run double in the top of the 1st. That sort of early momentum, is that something you try to preach on and something you're going to try to work on getting tomorrow as well?
Yeah, definitely a game goal for us is to score first. And obviously when we put up 3 runs in the 1st inning, that's kind of setting the tone for us. I think scoring early is very important for our team, and it kind of just sets the tone for the later games. Just say we can't give them back just like Whitewater did. They scored back, answered. I think we just need to be a little better on just kind of doing the same thing throughout the whole game instead of just the 1st inning. But yeah.
That was a big at-bat for Matt. He's been in that situation before. He was in that situation against Lynchburg in the conference tournament, in the game that Arrington eventually no-hit us. He was also in that situation up in Harrisburg as well, and the results didn't end up the way that we wanted. So to have him there in this moment and be able to hit the ball and to be able to do what he did was, I was really happy for him, because he's, that was a big moment for him to be able to get us out in front and build some early momentum.
What kinds of pitches did you see in that at bat, and then which one did you eventually
Yeah, so
drive the runs on?
bases loaded. He was kind of just throwing me fastball. I was trying to fill up the zone. I think first pitch was a fastball up for a ball. Second pitch, fastball away, and then he threw me a fastball in. That's the ball I hit. But after that, they're mixing up pretty well. They mixed the whole team well after the first inning.
Grayson, you had a good offensive night. Sort of talk about the mood in the dugout as you got sort of later in the innings, watching the pitching staff go out and sit there and do the job, watching the defense sit there and sort of right its own ship. What was the mood in the dugout?
Sure, I mean, great innings out of Stan, great innings out of Tomlin, kept us in the ball game, and we were just trying to get something going offensively to shorten that gap a little bit. But I mean, at the very least in the ninth, just trying to get momentum for tomorrow. Just pass the bat down and try to get something going tomorrow.
Final question?
Grayson, can you just talk about, from a senior standpoint, you guys faced an elimination game in Game 3 of the Super Regional. How can you use that experience to help going into tomorrow?
Sure, yeah. We went to the locker room after that second game, tough loss, and I mean, kind of similar reactions to tonight's game. Like, half our lineup, heads kind of down, like everybody's kind of taking the weight of the loss a little bit. I think this will be a good opportunity tonight to get us going again. Same speeches we had last time. Like, there's so much left to do, and you got to play tomorrow.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.